Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me here as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Wetlands Initiative. My name is Julian Hoffman, and I'm an author and naturalist living beside the Prespa Lakes in the mountains of northern Greece. Now this autumn, I was meant to be in Chicago, helping to kick off the next chapter of an organisation whose mission to restore wetlands across the American Midwest is leading to nothing short of revitalised landscapes and flourishing habitats. From the Dixon Waterfowl Refuge and the Medewa National Tallgrass Prairie in north-central Illinois to the Calumet region along the southern shores of Lake Michigan. And while we can't be together to celebrate this wonderful occasion in person, we can still share stories of the thing that connects us, the wetlands that we love and call home. I mentioned earlier that I live in northern Greece, and it's been 20 years now that I've been here, having moved with my wife from London to a small mountain village above the Prespa Lakes. But despite that length of time, this place never fails to stir me in some way almost every single day. These lakes are amongst the oldest in the world, dating back some 3 to 5 million years. And you can actually feel this ancient presence about them, from the vast colonies of waterbirds returning faithfully each year, to the remote hermitages and Byzantine monuments dotted around their shores. And each time I glimpse the lakes from the mountain pass, if I've been away for a day or two, it feels like the first time once more. All the excitement returns in an instant. That's how special this place feels to me. Of the two Prespa Lakes, Lesser Prespa Lake is where most of the waterbirds breed in the reed beds around the island of Agios Achilleos, while the much larger and deeper Great Prespa Lake can feel like the sea sometimes when the light is just right. And like the Dixon Waterfowl Refuge in Illinois that the Wetlands Initiative has restored, both of these lakes are recognised as Ramsar wetlands of international importance. We knew so little about this place when we arrived, which has meant that the past 20 years have been this extraordinary journey of discovery for us, learning while out walking in the landscape and listening to the people of the region. And not only here in Greece, as there are actually 3 countries that come together around these 2 great bodies of water: Greece, Albania, and North Macedonia. Which means that the lakes support a variety of cultures, languages, religions, ethnicities, and customs, affirming how wetlands throughout the world are absolutely vital to human societies, where the waters are shared in more ways than one, as they are home to a profound range, a number of wild creatures. And in summer, you can hear the thick hum of life in the air around the lakes. This richness is the result of the lakes basin being a crossroads place. It's where the Mediterranean world meets the mountains of the Balkans, meaning species from each zone come together here. And for some, like the grey-lag goose, the silver birch tree, they can't be found any further south in Europe than here. There's also a geological crossroads in Prespa that's important to note, as the eastern side of the basin is composed of dark, brooding granite, while the western half is made of pale and porous limestone. Having them together in the same watershed means that those wildflower and insect communities that prefer to dwell on one type of geological substrate rather than another can still share this one singular place. Amidst this great wealth of biodiversity, there are a couple of species that Prespa is especially renowned for, and those are 2 species of pelicans. Hosting around 1,400 pairs, Lesser Prespa Lake is home to the largest colony of Dalmatian pelicans found anywhere in the world. And it's home to some 600 pairs of white pelicans too. And during these late days of summer, you can see hundreds and hundreds of them in the air above the lakes, where they circle so impossibly high that they become almost invisible to the naked eye. And to share this place with them is to be given an extraordinary gift. It's this sense of connectivity between people, place and wild species in a single watershed that strikes me as one of the defining features of Prespa. But when I think about it a little bit more, I realise that connection is the very essence of wetlands the world over. Whether here or in the American Midwest, where the Wetlands Initiative works to restore and protect these vital habitats, that essential blend of earth and water where people and wildlife mingle to the benefit of both. And while I might see these pelicans in Prespa and other water birds, including egrets, herons, and glossy ibises, as inseparable elements of this specific wetland, they of course belong to many others as well. Whether on those forays over the high mountains to nearby lakes for a day or two of feeding elsewhere, or during the birds' long migratory journeys, they thread together other wetlands through their lives. Wetlands that are irreplaceable to human communities for the drinking water and irrigation they provide, that are irreplaceable for fishing and other harvesting traditions they sustain, that are irreplaceable for their filtration of harmful pollutants and the prevention of storm surges, that are irreplaceable for the great pleasure, wonder and joy we take in them, and that are, of course, irreplaceable to countless other forms of life on this planet. Each and every pelican, wader and waterbird I see in Prespa during the summer is as dependent on the health of other wetlands as they are on this one. For these birds, as with every migrating bird with an attachment to wetlands, each stop is part of a sequence. Like the American white pelican passing through Illinois on migration, some of them stopping to rest and feed at the Dixon Refuges, Hennepin and Hopper Lakes, its journey is only made possible by a thriving network of waters. Wherever in the world they are found, wetlands are part of something far, far greater than just themselves, making the preservation and restoration of them of vital importance for both the well-being of human communities and the flourishing of the natural world into the future. They are havens of life in the broadest possible sense.